The movie begins with Romy Mathis, the CEO of a robotic process automation company in New York City. Despite her success, she feels dissatisfied in her marriage with Jacob, a theater director. Their relationship lacks passion, leaving Romy unfulfilled. One morning, on her way to work, Romy is suddenly attacked by a dog. Just as she panics, a young man steps in and calms the animal down. This young man, Samuel, later appears at Romy's office as a new intern. Through the company's mentorship program, he chooses Romy as his mentor. During a private meeting, Samuel makes a bold move by propositioning Romy. Shocked, she initially refuses, but after a moment of hesitation, she gives in and kisses him. This encounter leaves her feeling conflicted, torn between guilt and desire. Despite her initial reluctance, she later meets Samuel at a hotel. At the hotel, Romy expresses her concern about their power dynamic. As the CEO, she worries that she might be taking advantage of Samuel, given that he is just an intern. However, Samuel turns the situation around, telling her that he holds the real power. He explains that with just one phone call, he could ruin her career by exposing their affair. This exchange shifts Romy's perspective, igniting a dynamic where Samuel becomes the dominant figure in their relationship. Their sexual encounter at the hotel is intense, with Romy completely surrendering to his control. She experiences an overwhelming orgasm, but soon after she breaks down in tears, struggling with deep emotions about what just happened. Despite her inner turmoil, Romy continues the affair. She and Samuel meet in secret, their encounters growing more passionate and intense. With each meeting, Romy finds herself drawn further into a world of desire and submission, even as she grapples with the moral and emotional consequences of her actions. Samuel continues to test Romy's limits, pushing boundaries in ways that leave her feeling increasingly trapped. One day, he unexpectedly shows up at Romy and Jacob's country home. He brings back Romy's laptop, claiming that she left it at the office, but his real motive is to get closer to her personal life. Once inside, he charms everyone, Jacob, their daughter, and even the guests, acting as if he belongs there. His presence makes Romy deeply uncomfortable. She feels like he is invading a space that should be separate from their affair, a space meant only for her family. Unable to hold back her anger, Romy confronts Samuel in private. She tells him that her family means everything to her and that he has crossed a line by coming to her home. She demands that he never show up there again. Samuel, however, doesn't back down. He argues with her, suggesting that their relationship was never just about sex, it's something more. Frustrated, he says he will request a transfer to another department so they don't have to see each other anymore. Romy panics at the idea. If Samuel suddenly asks for a transfer, people at work might become suspicious. She fears that others will start questioning her involvement in his decision, possibly leading to the exposure of their affair. Feeling cornered by the situation, she realizes how deeply entangled she has become with him. The pressure from both her personal and professional life begins to take its toll. Unable to suppress her emotions any longer, Romy confesses to her husband that she is deeply dissatisfied with their sex life. She tells him something she has never admitted before. She has never experienced an orgasm with him. This revelation leaves Jacob hurt and confused, but Romy doesn't know how else to deal with her growing frustration. Desperate for the intensity and passion she experiences with Samuel, Romy reaches out to him again. She meets with him in secret and tries to convince him not to end their affair. However, Samuel makes it clear that if they are to continue, Romy must fully submit to him. He wants complete control, and she must acknowledge that their relationship is on his terms. Romy, craving the excitement she can't find elsewhere, agrees. Not long after, Samuel crosses yet another boundary. Without an invitation, he shows up at Romy's house again, this time for her daughter's birthday party. To make matters worse, he doesn't come alone. He arrives with Esme, Romy's secretary, revealing that he is now dating her. Romy is stunned. Watching him interact with Esme in front of her family and friends fills her with jealousy, anger, and panic. It's as if he is taunting her, reminding her that he holds the power in their relationship. Once again, she realizes just how much control he has over her, and despite everything, she finds herself unable to break free from his grasp. Esme reveals to Romy that she knows about her affair with Samuel. She doesn't just stop there. She demands that Romy put an end to it, make changes in the company's structure, and promote her. If Romy refuses, Esme threatens to expose everything. Romy realizes she is trapped, with no easy way out. Feeling overwhelmed, Romy decides to confess to Jacob. However, she doesn't tell him the full truth. Instead of admitting it was an ongoing affair with Samuel, she describes it as a one-night stand with a stranger. She hopes this will make it easier for Jacob to forgive her. But when she tries to reconnect with him, expressing her deep sexual frustration and need for passion, Jacob is too hurt to respond. He is more focused on the betrayal than her desires. Things take a dramatic turn when Jacob later walks into their country house and finds Romy and Samuel together. Seeing them in the same space confirms his worst fears. In a fit of rage, Jacob confronts Samuel and the two men get into a physical fight. However, in the middle of the confrontation, Jacob suddenly suffers a panic attack. Despite everything, Samuel helps him recover before finally leaving. After all the turmoil, Romy and Jacob realize they need to make a decision about their future. Their teenage daughter, Isabel, encourages them to work things out. She wants them to stay together to rebuild their marriage. Taking her words to heart, Romy and Jacob decide to give their relationship another chance. They focus on rekindling their emotional and physical connection, determined to move forward and repair the damage. One day, a board member approaches Romy and informs her that Samuel has accepted a new job in Japan. While delivering the news, he subtly hints that he knows about the affair. He asks Romy if she had any role in Samuel's decision to leave, watching her reaction carefully. His words make it clear that he is not just curious, he is testing her, looking for any sign of guilt or weakness. Romy immediately feels uncomfortable. She realizes that rumors may be spreading, and the board member's tone suggests he has more on his mind than just Samuel's departure. Before she can respond, he takes the conversation in an unsettling direction. He invites her to his house, making it clear that he will be alone. His offer is inappropriate, and Romy instantly understands what he is implying. At that moment, Romy feels a mix of emotions: anger, disgust, and frustration. She has spent so much time feeling trapped in her situation, trying to regain control of her life, only to face yet another man who believes he has power over her. But this time, she refuses to let it happen. Instead of showing fear, Romy stands her ground. She looks the board member in the eye and firmly tells him that she is not afraid of him. She makes it clear that she will not be manipulated or intimidated. Her voice is steady and strong, leaving no room for doubt. She then orders him to leave her office, making it clear that his suggestion was completely unacceptable. The board member is taken aback by her confidence. He hesitates for a moment, perhaps expecting a different reaction, but seeing that Romy is not backing down, he finally leaves. As he walks out, Romy feels a newfound sense of control over her life. At home, Romy and Jacob try to reconnect on a deeper level. Wanting to reignite their intimacy, they reenact a moment from Romy's affair with Samuel. For the first time in their marriage, Romy experiences a real orgasm with Jacob. This moment brings them closer, as Romy finally allows herself to be fully present with her husband, rather than being consumed by guilt or dissatisfaction. Meanwhile, Samuel is alone in a hotel room. He sits quietly, feeding treats to the same dog he once calmed down. The scene suggests a sense of closure. While Romy is moving forward in her marriage, Samuel is left reflecting on his own journey, and that wraps up the story of Romy and Samuel's intense and complicated affair. In the end, Romy finds a way to rebuild her marriage, while Samuel moves on to a new chapter of his life. This film explores power, desire, and the consequences of crossing boundaries in relationships. What do you think about the ending? Did Romy make the right choice? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more movie recaps and breakdowns. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.